On June 19th, local officials and community members gathered on Needham Town Common to recognize Juneteenth. Speakers encouraged those who attended to acknowledge America's dark history of slavery, appreciate how far we have come as a society, but also to continue fighting for equality. Here's a look at the ceremony.
Today we celebrate Juneteenth, a holiday also known as Emancipation Day and Freedom Day. As many of you know, on January 1st, 1863, in the midst of the Civil War, President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation.
I do order and declare that all persons held as slaves within said and designated states and parts of states are and henceforward shall be free.
But news of freedom spread at the slow pace of an army march. It took 2.5 years from the Emancipation Proclamation until the Union Army reached Galveston, Texas, bringing the news that the Civil War had ended. At long last, all of the formerly enslaved Black Americans were free. The date was June 19th, 1865.
Juneteenth has come to symbolize and commemorate the ending of slavery. This end, this emancipation, was long coming, a step towards our founders' ethos, taking us closer to realizing the recitation in our foundational documents, in phrases such as, all men are created equal.
How would you have us, as we are, or sinking neath the load we bear, our eyes fixed forward on a star, or gazing empty at despair? Rising or falling, men or things, with dragging pace or footsteps flee. Strong, willing sinews in your wings, or tightening chains about your feet.
The poems just really brought out a sense of what happened and how people really felt about this tremendous day in our history and how important it was.
My rest shall be calm in any grave where none calls his brother a slave. I ask no monument, proud and high, to arrest the gaze of the passers-by. All that my yearning spirit craves is bury me not in the land of slaves.
Juneteenth serves as a reminder of who and where we've been, providing a helpful marker, a beacon that helps us look around and ask, what now? What next steps must we take as a society to live up to our country's ideals and potential?
I hope that the deeply dedicated pursuits of justice and freedom, equity and acceptance will eventually right the wrongs of hatred, of bigotry, and of our failures to see each other's humanity.
I think it's important that we keep reminding ourselves of events like this and, stains in our country's history. That way we don't repeat history.
Today is a call to action, to treat everyone well, to remember and right wrongs, to celebrate our differences and gains, to reflect and dream. Ultimately, to move America towards what we think, want, and know it can be.
When we fight for freedom, it often proceeds slowly or imperfectly, but it's always worth fighting for, and it's always worth celebrating.
As we mark the 250th anniversary of the founding of these United States, let us celebrate those who never stopped and still today won't stop fighting for a more perfect union.